How's it going, everyone? My name is George, and today we are continuing the Jurassic Park review series with the first of the Jurassic World trilogy, Jurassic World. This film came out in 2015, directed by Colin Trevorrow, and stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Vincent D'Onofrio. And 2015 was an interesting year for movies because there were a lot of legacy sequels or sequels to movies that have been around for quite some time but haven't had anything come out in many years. Movies like Mad Max Fury Road, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Creed, the spin off series to the Rocky films, and obviously Jurassic World. And it had been 14 years since the last Jurassic Park movie, which was Jurassic Park 3. And if you saw my review, you know I have no love for that movie. But with Jurassic World, you got a new cast of characters. The only character from the original films that's in here is Dr. Wu, and we'll get more into that. But basically, in this film, Jurassic World is on Isla Nublar and is the theme park that goes beyond what John Hammond wanted originally. And it's going pretty well, but they want to spice things up. They want to add new dinosaurs, which to me is a weird plot to have this Indominus Rex dinosaur that later appears in the film. It's hard to believe that people would get tired of seeing the same old dinosaurs. I never really liked that plot line. Perhaps one of the things I would have changed if it was me, because there is a plot line where Vincent D'Onofrio's character, Hoskins, who's a pretty good villain, not the best villain, but still a pretty good villain, wants to militarize the raptors. Perhaps maybe he convinces the people of Jurassic World to make this new dinosaur, but in reality he wants to militarize it. I don't know, and like that's the reason why. I don't know, it just makes more sense than saying, hey, attendance is going down, people are getting bored of dinosaurs, we need to create a new dinosaur to keep attendance. It's just so weird because you never hear that problem in other zoos or places like SeaWorld. Like, people protest at places like SeaWorld and attendance is still high. But, anyways, on to Jurassic World. Despite that nitpick of the plot involving creating the Indominus Rex, I will get into the Indominus Rex as well. But yeah, with this film, we do have a new cast of characters. Chris Pratt plays Owen, someone who once served in the Navy that's training these raptors. He's obviously the best part of this film. The year before this film came out, Chris Pratt was in Guardians of the Galaxy as Star Lord. He's fantastic in that film, and he's fantastic in this film as well. He just has a likability to him on the screen that makes you want to root for him. He provides a lot of humor, but also serious moments because he understands these dinosaurs probably better than most scientists. Bryce Dallas Howard plays Claire, who is the manager of this park. And at first, she's the stereotypical business character that seems to care more about the money. She's kind of the opposite of John Hammond, where while things are running smoothly with this park, and they kind of have control of the science until the Indominus Rex goes crazy, she's in it more for the money. Where John Hammond, while he didn't really care about the money, he wanted everyone to enjoy the park, but at the same time, he didn't fully understand the science, and that's why Jurassic Park went crazy in the first place before anyone would come on opening day. So, but as the film goes on, her character does progress, her character does become more likable, and she shows that she does care more than just the park. She cares about her two nephews who are in this whole Jurassic World mess that happens. And I will say the way we get introduced to Jurassic World is in the eyes of her nephews. As they're traveling to the park, we're also traveling and we're seeing the outline of the park. And Jurassic World looks amazing. The way they set up the park, the way they design how the park looks incredible. And of course, you have the classic Jurassic Park theme to introduce you as well. They do a great job of replicating John Williams' score. Michael Giacchino does the score for this film, and he does a very good job. He's not John Williams when it comes to making the Jurassic World score iconic, but he still does a very good job. The effects of making the dinosaurs are incredible as well. Obviously, a lot better than Jurassic Park 3. Apparently, they still did use animatronics in this film, but they also use motion capture, and they do a very good job with what they used, which would make sense because this film came out in 2015, so you would think like special effect work has to be on par at this point, a lot better than what they did in Jurassic Park 3. I still think Jurassic Park, the original, which, as I mentioned previously, it's going to be almost 30 years since that film came out. Now, like those special effects, I still kind of prefer because the animatronic effects with that film as well hold up very well, but they still do a very good job here with Jurassic World. As far as Vincent D'Onofrio's character Hoskins, fine villain. His motivations are pretty clear. He wants to militarize these raptors. This is the same guy that also plays the Kingpin on Daredevil, so the villain role is obviously meant for him. BD Wong returns as Dr. Wu from the original Jurassic Park film. He still does a very good job, and you understand his motivations as well. It turns out he's not as the good scientist that people assumed from the first Jurassic Park film. And again, we do see some new dinosaurs. We get to see some water dinosaurs in this film. That's incredible to watch. And the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex is a very good dinosaur villain. It's definitely a lot better than a Spinosaurus. They bring back the suspenseful moments. They're not as suspenseful as the first Jurassic Park film, but they still put you on suspense, especially when the Indominus Rex, the first time he appears and he's killing people when he meets with Claire's nephews. That's pretty intense because you don't know what's going to happen. This is a very deadly dinosaur. This guy took out military people, people with guns, and this is much smarter than the people of Jurassic World assume because there's a tracker in him and he knows how to take it out. So they do a very good job of establishing just how deadly this new dinosaur that they created is. And they also go back to those themes of the first two Jurassic Park films, which is there are just some things that men cannot mess with, that humans cannot mess with. And that was something that was pretty lacking in Jurassic Park 3. In this film, even though they have control of creating these new dinosaurs, of making it a successful theme park with real dinosaurs, when you're trying to create a new original dinosaur with different DNA from different dinosaurs, something's still going to go wrong. And I like that they touched upon those themes once again. I also like how they handled the raptors in this film. In the previous Jurassic Park films, it just feels like the raptors were the stereotypical secondary dinosaur antagonist. In this film, we see Owen, Chris Pratt's character, training these raptors, and we establish these raptors, especially the character Blue. And at first, you don't really know what side they're gonna go on, because sometimes they're on the human side, then they team up with the Indominus, and then they help the humans against the Indominus. So I like that they did something different with the Raptors this time around instead of making them the stereotypical secondary dinosaur bad guy that we've kind of grown used to in the previous Jurassic Park movies. And obviously when the chaos happens, it's crazy. It's stupid fun at times, but sometimes a film like Jurassic World can get away with having stupid fun. Stupid fun doesn't always mean it's gonna be a bad movie. Sometimes a movie needs the stupid fun to keep you engaged because as long as you're doing the other stuff correctly, like yeah, I'm not crazy about like the reasons for creating the Indominus Rex. I feel like you could have done something a lot more smoother there or something with better motivations. But at the same time, when the flying dinosaurs, the pteranodons, the pterodactyls are killing people or attacking people, going crazy. At one point, they take the caretaker who was supposed to be watching the nephews, and they kind of overdo it with that death sequence. When like the pterodactyl and the lady get eaten by the sea dinosaur, but at the same time, it kind of highlights just how crazy things are getting in this park when the Indominus is letting everything go loose. And then the final battle between the Indominus and the T-Rex. The T-Rex gets its redemption after getting killed by the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3. And we see the T-Rex and Blue team up against the Indominus. It's really cool to watch. It's happening on, I guess you would call Jurassic World's Main Street. It feels like theme parks if you've ever gone to theme parks like Six Flags, Disney World. You know there's always that like Main Street where like there's all these shops, some of these like theater shows. They're having a fight on the Jurassic World Main Street, and it's really cool to watch. The action's definitely really cool in this film. The action definitely is a step forward when it comes to the Jurassic Park films. There's definitely a lot more human action, more like people with guns facing off against these dinosaurs. And all in all, I really enjoyed Jurassic World. It's still nowhere near as good as the first Jurassic Park film. I feel like going back to the theme park route, while it you can say it's playing safe by being similar to Jurassic Park, at the same time, it feels like there's more stakes involved because now you have a fully functioning park and there's more innocent people that can get hurt or killed. And it's also showing a newer audience. A lot of people that watch Jurassic World never saw Jurassic Park in theaters for the first time. So this is introducing Jurassic Park movies to a newer audience. And from my perspective, at least, it feels like they didn't rely too heavily on nostalgia. Like, yeah, like when they're going into when the nephews are in the ruins of the original Jurassic Park, when there's mentions of John Hammond, you have the character Dr. Wu, but for the most part, they don't go heavily into nostalgia. So, like, yeah, there's some moments that are reminiscent of the first Jurassic Park film, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's going too heavily on nostalgia at the same time. It's trying to establish that this is a new film or new direction in the Jurassic Park film franchise, and I like that they did that. So all in all, I enjoyed Jurassic World a lot. Still not my favorite Jurassic Park film, but still very enjoyable film. I like Chris Pratt's character. I like Bryce Dallas Howard's character and her progression throughout the film. Vincent D'Onofrio's a fine villain. The dinosaurs still look very cool. The Indominus is definitely a step forward as far as dinosaur antagonists go. And they take the Raptors in a new direction that's very different and welcoming. And all in all, I'm going to give Jurassic World a B+. And I still kind of enjoy The Lost World a little bit more, maybe because I've watched The Lost World more times than this film. Maybe I'll change as time goes on. But yeah, I really enjoyed this film, and I'm looking forward to Dominion seeing Owen and Claire meeting up with the characters from the original Jurassic Park film, characters like Dr. Alan Grant, Ellie Stratler, and Ian Malcolm. But we still got one more Jurassic Park movie to review before Jurassic World Dominion comes out, and that's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and that's going to be next weekend, right before I go see Jurassic World Dominion. So what do you guys think about Jurassic World? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it your favorite Jurassic Park film or your favorite sequel in the Jurassic Park franchise? Comment below and let me know, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe already if you haven't. Please share us with someone that loves the Jurassic Park movies. And I hope to see you guys real soon. And I just want to give a heads up about the Toy Story reviews. I'm not going to be reviewing Toy Story 3 this weekend. Later next week, I'm going to be reviewing that. I have a day off, so I'm going to be reviewing it on that day because I'm planning on seeing Top Gun Maverick later today, and I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow instead. And I'm looking forward to checking out that movie. So, take care, guys.